way to dominate out there. Another new feature in 2K21 was the W, where you can build a My Player in the WNBA and chase greatness. And this year's WMVP is Kel.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Karl Anthony Towns.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Edwards is out there with Johnson. Then it's Weber. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Carter in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, we've got the kid, the monster out there with Cowboy. Then it's Magician. And it's Miracle Man in at the 1 spot. Jack, you always play with a lot of passion. Is it possible to play with so much fire that gets the best out of you? And if so, who in the league sometimes crosses that line and has too much of whatever that is inside that drives your passion?
You know, Greg, when we were playing, there's only one guy, Kevin Garnett. But now in this era, you got to go with Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, and Kyrie Irving.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Oh, wow! Young fella. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Look out below, an airmail special by Cat.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Magic Johnson picks one up. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good, and the Raptors making a change here. Both good from the line that time.
And Shaq, you look at the modern-day NBA big man. A young star like Karl Anthony Towns sure seems like the future of the center position.
You know, he does his work in the post and on the perimeter. You know, he's starting to step out and shoot that 3. I think he's shooting a high percentage. You know, I think offensively, for him, I think he's best at the 5 spot because his skill level is off the charts.
Timeout. I think he's got kind of a mean streak in him, too, when he wants to.
I don't know about that.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Miracle Man.
You can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Well, you want to see this from Karl Anthony Towns. He's got the size, the length, and the touch to take and make high-percentage shots.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
Oh, as he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
And the league moving to shake things up, Shaq, in the regular season. There's an idea of a tournament maybe mid-season. One thing that didn't make the cut, though, changing the playoffs so that the semifinals are seeded 1 through 4, irrespective of conference. What do you think of all that?
I mean, it was a tough sell for the Eastern Conference. You know, historically, they've had an easier road to the finals. But I think reseeding would ensure a more competitive championship round. And, you know, Adam Silver just didn't have the votes.
Yeah, and I think part of that is, too, you know, other than football, nobody really reseeds. And you know what, you have trends some years. Look, you remember back in our era, big fella, the East was the dominant conference. You know, you had it in the transition. And so I just think, you know what, you're just going to have those years. I like the format that we have.
You know what I say, Kevin? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I don't think it's broke.
And if it is broke, get a warranty.
Yes, good idea.
I'm taking that one too, Greg.
You're stealing a lot of stuff here. Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Edwards kicks to Carter. On target from 13 feet. Jack, if you were a GM, what would be your keys to building a great team? We know you're a part owner. What if you were the GM making personnel decisions?
Well, first you need stars, and then you gotta, get some players through free agency. Then you gotta trade, and then you gotta work that draft. As far as culture, you just want players who are hungry and team first. It's all about winning.
It's a good formula to have to be successful. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Whiteside comes in for Town. And it's Gill in for Weber.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Wilson against Carter. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam. Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Jack, you stayed at LSU 3 years, played 3 years of college basketball, but went back and completed your degree, which was terrific. Then you pursued training and degrees in other fields. What draws you so much to continuing education?
You always want to keep improving yourself. I owe it to myself and my family to complete my degree. I'm famous for saying I got 4 degrees. Would you like to know?
Yes.
Bachelor's, master's, doctorate, and street.
What's the most valuable of those?
Street.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Los Angeles leading by 7. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It doesn't go for him. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Steps back and shoots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity. So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Here's Money, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Carter outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Carter's got 8 points.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Got a hand on it. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Gary. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now the pass to Gill. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they force.
And I think that's a product of being incredibly aggressive. You could see that was a part of their strategy going in, and I thought they were consistently following that the entire game.
The three. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease.
For us defensively, we stay very disciplined.
So they want to devise, Greg, a strategy, come in and impose their will.
And that's what they want to do, but the reality is the best teams in the league know how to adapt.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Gill is out there with Carter. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Richards in at the center position.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Passes to Johnson. It's good. Johnson's got his first basket of the night. Shaq, something that may not get enough attention. Over nearly 2 decades of play, you made the postseason almost every year. To me, that's an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, I was in the playoffs 17 out of 19 years, only missed one my rookie year and one with the Suns. You know what that means? That was a terrible big man. How could I miss any playoffs?
That is some kind of resume.
Why?
Good on the three-point shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category.
Timeout.
Ball movement has been flawless.
Toronto calls timeout. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Carter finds Johnson. That's tipped. Inside, here's Wilson, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
And Shaq, you were the winner of 4 NBA titles. If you had to choose the one that meant the most, which one would it be?
I would say my first one with the Lakers was special. No, capping out the three-peat. Also with the Lakers was good. No, winning in Miami.
Really?
Winning in Miami. Because I got traded, and you guys, well, not Kevin, but you, Greg, you were counting me out. Oh, Shaq's going to get to Miami and do more rap videos. And we all know Shaq doesn't like to come in shape. He's not going to be in shape. But you know, they put me through that rigorous program, and with the great D-Wade, was able to win one in Miami.
Carter inside the three-point line, and the Raptors miss again.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Raptors with some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Edwards in for Gill. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You take a look at Los Angeles. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all.
you know, for Los Angeles, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Whiteside, the pass to Edwards. 4 on the clock.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Jack, we talk about the motor of a player like Russell and Westbrook, and we also have some bigs who really get after it. And I'm sure you've got some guys that stand out in your mind in the game now who stand out in that category.
Let's see, Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, yes.
Domantas Sabonis and Andre Mr. Drummond.
All good names. Big motors. Wilson kicks to Leonard. Misses from short range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Toronto Raptors. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Count it.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Miracle Man, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Edwards. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for...
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Howard's checked in for Toronto. And how about we check the numbers for him?
And it's a nice month he's having. Something's got him motivated. He's become a much bigger contributor offensively. He's settled into the kind of groove that every player wants to get in.
Johnson with the block. And Shaq, a pleasure to have you with us. Great to hear your observation as always. I hope you join us again.
I will. Happy to give them anytime. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much.
Man, they really are chomping at the bit to get you back up there.
Yeah, they want you back in the studio.
Nope, I'd rather be here with you guys.
Good. We want you here too. Greg, how awesome is it to have Shaq with us, a guy who's been in the limelight for so long, and yet he seems to deal with it effortlessly.
Kev, a sign of true greatness, making difficult things look effortless. Shaq did it on the court for 19 years, 15 as an all-star, and now he's doing it as an analyst.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. And that's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Count that one. Johnson's got 6.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's the professor. Second shot opportunity, and Whiteside sends it back. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's the professor, and so it's Los Angeles. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shoot.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. And now back in the fold after his in-game analysis, which can be described only as terrific. The one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Right before you do that, how'd it go down? You know, it was fun.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Wilson out there with Cowboy, and there's the monster, and it's Thunder, and it's Leonard in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish. On the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Feeds it to Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Now, here is Weber. He's guarded closely, 16 feet away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Monsters got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And Doris, the offense is there for Towns. That's obvious. But how does he improve defensively?
Well, you make a great point. Number one, he's always carried such a heavy burden offensively. Remember, this is a big guy, actually size 20 feet. So quickness laterally has always been an issue. For me, it's about one thing. Know your personnel and play smart angles, and that should help immensely.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Weber. That one falls. Weber's got his second basket.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Miracle Man, he's checked in for Thunder. Gill is checked in for Toronto.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Yes, that goes in.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Johnson left side. Back to Carter. Puts it up. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Toronto calls timeout.
And no doubt, coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Tyler, and that one is hammered home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
They get a hand on it. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
You know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Money's checked in for Wilson. And Rainman subbed in for Leonard. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Pass to Gill. Richards passes to Carter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Professor's checked in for Los Angeles. Whiteside's checked in for the Raptors. Weber comes in for Gill. And so he makes both from the line. Raptors have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Now here's Edwards. Guarded closer. Johnson down low. Misses off the left iron.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
For Los Angeles, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Thunder's checked in for Miracle Man. He's off on the second. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the Raptors miss again. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The pass to the Professor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the first one drops. Los Angeles making a switch here. So he gets them both. Now, here is Weber. He's covered closely, and the foul called on ABC. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Now, here's Jefferson. Tight defense on him. Pass to Newton to the right side. Will it go? Kept alive. And so it's Los Angeles, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Jefferson. Weber is out there with Whiteside, and it's Hines in at the 2.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And he goes in for the dunk.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Pass to Newton. Here is Whiteside. Outside Jefferson. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Weber. That shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And the Raptors also making a change. Reed's checked in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth to the left wing. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. The Monsters checked in for the Professor. Magician comes in for Money. Leonard, he's checked in for Thunder. And it's Miracle Man in for Anthony. 2 on the clock. And again, Toronto, no luck. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hines. Good, he hits the jump shot. For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Jefferson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Right now, we're seeing more athletes willing to talk about mental challenges, be it depression or anxiety. And you know, Doris, the NBA is no exception. How encouraging. Do you find that?
Well, I think that whether NBA players or professional athletes in any sport know it or not, they are looked to as examples, as role models. And so I think everybody wins in this situation, Kevin. The players, the fans themselves, many of whom are dealing with the similar challenges. So, listen, life is not easy. Wherever you can get help, go and take it. I love this initiative from the NBA.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Hines, he's covered by Leonard. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Here's money. They get it back.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hines, he's covered by Leonard. They swipe it.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Tyler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team Doris that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is three-point shooting, free throw opportunities, and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability. All the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant, and so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. You know, Doris, I've heard some experts say, you look at the 6-foul limit, the NBA is basically the only sports league that takes stars off the floor. Doris, what would you think if they just tacked on an extra free throw instead?
Kevin, I absolutely hate the idea. The best defensive teams at any level of basketball guard at a high level without fouling. There's the drama aspect of a player being in foul trouble, either at the start of the game or down the stretch. It has an impact on strategy. It's something that I'm a traditionalist on. I think the 6-foul rule should remain in the game.
6 to shoot. Here's Jefferson, and the dunk by Jefferson.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation, my goodness.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
He got a little ahead of himself there, trying to pull. The team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Monster. Robertson comes in for Money. Thunder's checked in for Leonard. And Anthony subbed in for Miracle Man. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Miracle Man.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Doris, as we've seen saying NBA players are becoming more vocal on social issues. Some will say, keep politics out of sports. Should the NBA and should all sports leagues be worried about that backlash?
Kevin, one of the things I admire most about the NBA is its commitment to the causes it believes in. And whether we are talking about the mental health issues of some of their players or the current situation in the country, the NBA's commitment to supporting equality and social justice is admirable. What is controversial about equality and social justice for all? Nothing. I admire their commitment. They're on the right track.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this team, obviously one of the elite teams. They have played with heart and passion for the game all season long, and the wins for them just keep rolling along. And tonight, it'll make win number 63.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Miracle Man.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
He hits both from the stripe. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter, and he jams it with authority.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
He hits the second from the line.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Free throw good, Jefferson.
At the line for the Raptors, Jefferson.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Here's Rain Man. Off target from three-point range. And now we've got the intentional foul. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And here is Los Angeles now. Miracle Man shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. And here are the Raptors now. And he commits the intentional foul. And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Los Angeles, and he makes both free throws. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Miracle Man, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points. Today.
And Cowboy is going to pick up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Los Angeles. And he makes the first.
Timeout call.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here is Los Angeles now. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Good on the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And he's good on the second. And here's Los Angeles. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. The first one falls for him. That one is no good. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jefferson, and that's an intentional foul.
Number 35. That's his third.
That free throw good from Jefferson.
Jefferson.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous.